everyone, I'm Chef Leroy and welcome to my cozy kitchen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I certainly am. And guess what? I finally got a little break in the action from construction at my house. So I want to show you a new product that I picked up. Now, pronunciation, I'm not 100% sure, but it's either Tiborang or Tiborang. Anyway, I bought this pan recently and it's considered a wok pan. I've already been working with it a little bit already, and I am really pleased so far with this product. It wasn't very expensive. I think I spent less than 80 bucks on the pan, and what's really nice is I get to replace a few other gadgets in my house and pans. So I'm going to do a little retirement party for a couple other objects that I have in here. And so I've got this one single pan, which will take the place of my steamer basket that I have. I have another pan that I use. This one I use a lot. It's a Calphalon pan, but the nonstick part is starting to wear down a little bit, but I still love this pan. I use it for couscous and a bunch of other things. But now I've got this new pan, which will replace that one. I'm going to retire that one, and then also I get to retire my steamer, because now this pan comes with a, I'll show you, take the cover off, comes with a steamer basket. Okay, came with this Teflon liner as well. First I thought it was some type of a protection thing, but it's not. It's a Teflon liner that goes in the bottom, and this is great for bao buns if you're doing any steam buns. So that's what this is going to be used for. All right, let's go ahead and get this box opened up. Let's see what it includes here. All right, here we go. Open this up. Okay, we have the handle. It's right here. We have basically it's like a little wok spatula, so that's pretty cool. Cover there. And you know what? I'm not seeing the basket unless it's underneath it. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So this one is the pot itself. So you can see the inside. I just want to test these out because they say that they're extremely nonstick. I'm a little speculative on some of these nonsticks because after a little while they start to stick. Let's take a look at the bottom. You can see the bottom there. That's those little bumps around there. So yeah, that's easy to get off your stove, especially when you're doing induction. If you get any liquid under here, it gets a little stuck on there. It's almost like a vacuum, right? All right, let's check out the inside piece. It comes out of there like that. There you go. This piece pops out. I don't know. I'll probably end up keeping this for protection. So I'm not really sure. I don't see the directions yet, but I'll figure them out here in a minute. But so that goes just like that. And let's see how this sits in there. That's it. Sits right on top. Now the cover has to be put together. It's missing the handle still. But on here you can see this gasket material that goes around the side of the top. Looks like you can pull it off and clean it, so that's good. And this goes right on top and creates a vacuum, which is really slick. So you can do some really nice steaming. All right, so here's how the handle looks. It's got a screw head on this end. I think I like this design a lot. One full piece that goes in just like that and screws to the pan. So let's go ahead and screw that in. So I got a little bit of a mess here. Goes just like that. Let's get the threads lined up. So that's the thing you want to do is strip it, right? Look at that. There you go. I really like the color. Black, I think, too. Just crank that on nice. Look at that. That's sweet. All right, let's take a look at the lid part. Okay, so here's the handle that goes on the lid. Oh, that's cool. That's the push valve. And it looks like they give you, look at this, they give you a second one. So they give you a replacement. That is really nice. So that goes up on here. Okay, and there's a gasket inside the handle as well. Sorry if I'm bouncing all around here. And then this goes inside, just like that. And then just be careful when you're threading it so you don't cross thread it and strip it. So that goes on just like that. It's finger tight. I think you can turn the handle just like that to tighten it down more. And just like that. There you go. That is awesome. Boy, I gotta tell you guys, I really like the color. That is nice. You see where it says air press, right? So that's your release for your air pressure. So that goes on top, and then once you got pressure inside here, it'll build up. You just push this to pop it off. Wow, this is really a nice pan. All right, I can't wait to try cooking some stuff in it. So let me see what else did they give us with this. It has these little plastic guys here. I don't know if they're to, let's take a look. Oh, well, that's cool. All right, well, look at that. So your handle, if you can see here, that'll probably get really hot. I bet these are like little pot holder handles. All right, well, we got 2 of these, all right? And, okay, so they do give you little instructions. Shows you how to put the pot together. Okay, so one of the things we're gonna have to learn is how to clean it, because you always want to, there's always a preparation done in the first part of it to get it clean so you don't do anything wrong. And it says on here, it says, let's see, it heats up in about 3 times the speed of any other pan for the most part. So use medium or low heat. So it really tells you not to use high temperature on this pan. And I would imagine that is exactly what I've always experienced with nonstick pans, is if you get the pan too hot, it can damage, it literally can damage the nonstick part of it. But there you go. There you have it, guys. A little first impression of my pan. I'm really liking it. I like the color. I like the build. But now we got to put it to the test. So that'll be my next video going forward. Okay, I'm back at my Tiborang pan. Okay, this is a wok pan. It's non-stick. It's really a nice pan. It's very thin construction. It has a steel bottom, works on my induction. Now, I read the instructions about cleaning a couple times just to get the understanding of what they're talking about. It's a little confusing, but nonetheless, what you want to do is fill it up about 2/3 full of water, okay? And you want to put it on a medium heat. Now these pans, according to what they say, they heat up 3 times faster than any normal pan does. And with induction, it's pretty fast usually. So what they want to do is you want to bring it up to a boil, and you want to boil it for 3 to 5 minutes, okay? And then from what I can understand from the directions, you want to do this 3 times. So you're not going to dump the water back out and start again. You're just going to go ahead and let it cool down so it's not a boil. Bring it back to a boil. Do it for another 3 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to do it 3 times. Dump all the water out. Wipe it with a dry cloth. Nice and clean. Okay? And then you're going to put a little bit of oil in it and wipe it all the way down with oil. And we're going to let it sit for 12 hours in a dry space. Somewhere dry. And apparently that's all you have to do. And then before you cook with it, you want to do the same thing with the water. Put water in, 2/3 of water, bring it up to a boil, let it boil for 5 minutes, pour the water out, and you're ready to cook. That's what they recommend. Okay, so let's let this get up to temperature. And all right, so full disclosure. Now they say that this pan heats up 3 times faster. Well, I'm not 100% sure about that. All right, I'm going to tell you how long I've had it going already. It's been over 15 minutes, all right? Now, I'll show you something in a minute, but I started out with 120 degree water too, out of my tap. So let's go ahead and put the thermometer in there and see where we're at now. This is now just 16 minutes right now. So we're getting close to a simmer because I see the bubbles starting to beat up on the bottom. But what I've also had to do is I've had to turn my stove up. So I'll show you that. So this is my settings right here. Okay, the light is a little glary there, but I'm actually at a medium-high heat. So I'm right there with my level. So every stove is going to be slightly different. Now they might be talking about gas stoves. I have induction. All right. So we're going to have to look at where that setting is going to need to be in order to get this up to a boil and then stay at a boil. Because they want you to boil this to up to 5 minutes, right? For cleaning the pan out. All right, so we've got our water up to somewhat of a boil. It's not really a rolling boil exactly. That's almost more of a simmer. But and to get to this point from 120 degrees tap water to this right here, it's taken over 30 minutes. And I ended up increasing my stove level up to here. So that's high. So I'm 2 steps down from high on my induction stove. Now, is that going to be a problem at all when you're cooking anything? I don't know if it will be. But I don't think that I will continue to do extra steps in doing this boiling method because it seems a little bit anti to me. But that's kind of my opinion. The handles are nice. I will say it's not even hot. It's hot right about here, but nothing anywhere in here. And you can see how this is starting to discoloration. I don't know if it does that on purpose, but I do know that this end here gets really hot, and these are really nice that they give you these. They call it a pot ear. But I'm just going to go ahead and let it simmer like this for a little bit more time. And then I'll do exactly what they say. I'll just drain the liquid out. I'm not going to do it a couple different times. I'm just going to do it this one time because it's already been on for quite a while. I think 30 minutes is more than enough. And this is just for initial clean out. And we'll do what they said. We'll dump out the water and we'll let it cool down and wipe it all out. So let me go dump that water out real quick. Okay, look at the water. Look at that droplet of water in there. See that? Hopefully you can see it on camera. Watch. It's just rolling in there. That's a good nonstick. All right. Now we just got to take care of it. So go ahead and dry it all out with a paper towel. And it's completely dry. Okay. Now and I noticed here, you can see this kind of coloration. And that's what you're cleaning out. So get around this edge up here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add some oil to it. And the oil that I'm going to add, I don't know that it matters. I would use like a canola or something to that effect. I would not use a virgin olive oil. I don't think that would be the best oil. So I'm going to use avocado oil. We just need a little bit in the bottom. Okay. Let's go ahead and rub that pan down really nicely. Just like that. All right. Now we just do it exactly what it says. We'll just leave it sit here. I'm going to put it on my stove and just let it hang around until tomorrow. Actually, more than 12 hours. In the directions, it says to let your pan stand with a little bit of the oil spread around it in a dry area for 12 hours. I have about 24 hours, which is just fine. So I'm going to take the pan, fill it up 2/3 with water, and get it up to a boil, just like they ask. Okay, we got our water in the pan. Turn on my stove. And now I'm going to keep this on a medium-high heat. I'm only about 2 clicks down from high. Okay, now this is induction. What I did this time, in the pan, I have basically cold tap water. I just want to see how long it takes to get that tap water up to a boil. So, all right, covered. Let's see how long it takes. Now the pan has been on that medium-high heat. Now I have a cover on it. It's been going for 10 minutes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick the cover up. Now I can't really move it very well, not easily. So this little guy up here, push that button, and that releases the air that's stuck in there. All right, now let's just check the temp, see where we're at. All right, so we're doing pretty good. It's at 135 135 in 10 minutes, so not too bad from cold water. All right, let's go ahead and put that cover back on. Obviously the cover is going to help because it's going to generate more heat. Push that back down. It's interesting because when you push the lid down, it sticks like that. It has a, basically it sucks it down in, a little suction. Then you just release it with this button at the top and it comes right up. So it's pretty cool. But it gets on there kind of tight. I would say that when you put it back on, go ahead and push that button down to release the pressure, to push it down, and then let it sit and heat back up. But what your goal is this time, so again, the pan had a little bit of oil in it from before, but this is another cleaning part of it. So we're gonna bring it up to a boil it for 5 minutes, pour out the water, wipe it completely dry, and then it says that we're ready to cook when we do that. Okay, my 5 minutes are up on my boil, so I'm going to shut my stove off. We'll go ahead and drain the pan. Now, we're going to try an egg in here and see how that comes out. Go back on, turn on medium. Just a little bit of pan spray in the bottom. Look at, so this is cool though. See how the handle starts to turn color when it's really hot. It turns this light color. When it's not hot, it turns back to red. So notice that right away. Okay, let's take a look. Shook. Well, they weren't kidding. Look at that. Now if you can keep the pan that way, that's going to be the key to anything. Okay, I'm going to try one more egg. What I did is I just wiped the pan. Okay? Wiped it all out. I'll go ahead and turn my stove back up to medium high. I'm not going to put any oil in this time. Just want to see if it does this, has the same result here. Did I ever tell you guys I love cooking? Yeah, I do. Now I will say it's a little hard to slide an egg out of this pan without it flipping over. That I already just noticed. Yeah, but it just slides around. Just like that. Look at, perfect. I picked up some kimchi vegetable Korean dumplings. Let's go ahead and turn the stove back on. And I'm going to use a little bit of sesame oil pot stickers. I don't have much in this bottle anyway. All right. Let's go ahead and spread that oil around the bottom. Never had these pot stickers before, but they looks really good. Here, I'm going to show you the bag quick. That's what it looks like. Kimchi vegetable Korean dumplings. All right, let's set the camera back down and throw a couple in the pan. And I'm going to use my cover and cover them up to help them kind of steam a little bit like that. Nice, they're nice and soft already. And I've just had the cover on, letting them slack out basically from frozen, with just a little bit of sesame oil in this pan. But what I want to do now is I'm just going to hit the pan with just a little bit of water, and we're going to throw that cover right back on. We're going to let them steam a bit, okay? A little bit of water. Very little water. Get that cover back down there nice and tight. Alright, so that was only just for about a minute or so. I'm going to temp one out and see how hot it is. Let's go ahead and check the temperature on one. 150. I need them to get a little bit hotter. Oh, not bad. This one's like 165. That's where they need to be. I think they're all a little bit close to that. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and put just a little tiny bit more water in there, since I basically lost all that nice pressure and steam. So let's hit it with just a little bit more water. Put that cover back down. Alright, let's take the cover back off. Beautiful. Let's check the temp again. Oh yeah, they're well over 165. Okay, I've got my pot stickers out of my pan. There they are right there. They're absolutely fantastic. I really like them. They're a little on the drier side at the top here. I mean, maybe if I do it again, I'll go ahead and toss them a little bit in the pan and to get them moved around a little bit more. But the bottom is nice and toasted up nice here, as you can see. Go ahead and wipe this pan out. Now, cleaning instructions, they say that if you have any real stuck on stuff, to use a mild soap, okay? I would probably use Dawn soap. That's what I use most often. I think that's perfectly fine. Make sure you get this little edge on here too, around the edge. And there you go. Beautiful. All right, so far I like it. I will try some other demos with it. All right, we're gonna do another demonstration with our Tiborang pan, wok pan. I've got some potatoes that I need to steam, okay? So we're gonna try a steaming method this time. I've had my stove on, I got it on a medium-high temperature. I'm gonna go ahead and release the cover. Now this is a non-stick surface, so we shouldn't really have any problems. I'm just gonna throw the potatoes right on there. I'm steaming potatoes for another dish that I'm making. All right, so there you go. Potatoes are in. Let's go ahead and get the cover back on. I'll set the timer for 10 minutes and give it a check. All right, we're back at the potatoes. And let's check them. Steaming for 10 minutes. Show you that. They're still firm. All right, let's go ahead and let them go a little longer. I'll do another 10. Okay, my 10 minutes is up. Second round. Let's take a look. Nice steam coming out of there. And let's check a potato. Oh, nice. Quite a bit tender. Let's see. There you go. But now here's the thing, is I'm making this into a salad. So I need these potatoes to be a little bit softer than that. So I'm going to go ahead and let them cook for another 5 minutes. So that puts us at 25 minutes. Right, guys? All right, my timer's done. So that's the additional 5 minutes. All right, let's take a look. They got to be done by now. So let's bring the camera in a little tighter. And yes, beautiful. I don't want them really overcooked either. I want them to have a little bit of a bite to them. Again, I'm making an octopus salad, which should be really good. Okay, there you have it. Tiborang steamer. I think it worked out great. A little bit of water in the bottom and cover on nicely. So I think it worked out fantastic. So that's one more demonstration with our Tiborang pan and wok. Or wok and pan. Okay, we're going to do another test drive on our Tiborang pan. I'm going to just say that Tiborang is the way they pronounce it. So I've got this Teflon sheet down on the bottom of the actual steamer piece. Okay, going to set this on top. Now these buns come with a parchment paper already on the bottom, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to try this Teflon sheet that they gave me. I'm going to center them in the pan just like so. I'm going to put the cover on top. Got the pan on medium-high temperature. I'm just going to let it go. So this is another test. And those are so it's a steam bun, chicken asado. All right, I'm going to give it a try, and we'll see how they come out. I'll show you in a little bit. All right, let's check our buns out. This is a chicken asada bun. I got these at an Asian market. Now these were frozen, straight out of the freezer. Now you want your buns to be 165. So anytime you're reheating anything, you want to make sure it's 165 degrees. This one's 163. This one's less. This is like 150. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and put the cover back on top. It's been cooking for about 25 minutes, and I don't really have it on completely high, which is what they recommend you don't do anyway with this nonstick. But again, what I'll show you is if you look at the handle here, I'm going to move my camera down. See the emblem right there? And see how it's all light colored? Well, it's red when it's cold, okay? So before you clean your pan, make sure that that emblem is red. But anyway, I'm going to let them go just a little bit longer, probably another 5 minutes. I want to see, I haven't even moved them on that Teflon yet because I'm going to use a pair of tongs and pull them from that Teflon and see how well they, if they stick or not. That's what I'm really looking for. Usually use parchment. Whenever I've used bamboo baskets or anything, you use a little bit of parchment paper in there and you set the buns on top. But they gave me this little Teflon perforated sheet, so we'll see how that comes out. All right, guys, my steam buns are officially done. We're up to that 165 mark. Here is the telltale moment. So let's see how they come up off that Teflon. Look at that. They don't even stick. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Look at that. Come right up. There you go. Beautiful. That's exactly what you want. All right, so that's official, and that is a good example of this new pan. Now I know that this little sheet here was not just some kind of packing sheet, okay? Which is awesome. All right, that's it for now. All right, guys, I'm going to do a little recap on our Tiborang pan. Somebody will give me the exact pronunciation of the pan. That would be great. It does say that it's from the UK. There's a emblem here. I don't see it anywhere on the box that it says it's manufactured in the UK, but nonetheless, it does say UK on it. So far, I'm telling you, the pan has been great. It's very nonstick. I even got some demonstrations with a fried egg in it too. You'll see those. But that kind of concludes this tutorial and a little product review. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I've been looking for something to replace my wok for a while, and now I think I found the actual fantastic answer to that. You guys, please subscribe if you haven't. Subscriptions are free. It just lets you know when a video has been dropped. If you like the video, please give me a couple thumbs up. Hit that notification bell, ding, ding, ding. And I want to thank all you out there that are viewing my videos up to this point. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments or you want some answers, please feel free to put them in the comments and I'll try to get to them as soon as I see them. Otherwise, you guys have a fantastic day. Chef Leroy, and out. And thanks for watching My Cozy Kitchen.